a patient. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
How's it, guys? Travis from Ostrich here. Bumping the camera. Well, today I'm going to show you how I do a little bit of touch-ups. I've masked off the model already. Got a little bit of leaks, as I showed you in the last video, where it bled a little bit under the masking tape. Thank goodness it wasn't as bad as I expected. So I've just masked off the areas I want to paint, just give it a quick dust over and just clean that up. I'll show you what I've masked off so far. I'm going to do it in stages, not all at one go, because then I have to try cut the tape very thin and lay it exactly according to the thickness, and I'm not in the mood there, so I'll explain how I'm going to do it. So without further delay, I'll be back over to the work area and show you what I'm up to. Be back now. Okay guys, as you can see, I've taped it off. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to paint these little sections here, clean them up. This section over there, those ones I'm happy with. There's not any mess of the paint there, so I'm just going to be doing these and cleaning them up. The middle one, I'll come and do the one side, then pull off the tape when it's dry, mask it on the other side, and then do the other side. Same with this line here and here. I'll do them in sections until I've done all the touch-ups. But back to what I'm busy with now. So I'm going to zoom out, and then I'm going to quickly do my paint, so I'll be back in a second. Okay guys, I've got my paint ready. Just want to apologize for the noise which the compressor makes. So here we go. Okay guys, that is part 1 done. I'll come back and show you what it looks like once it's all done. Be back now. Okay guys, a quick update. I've masked the model off again for the next couple of things which I want to spray paint. You'll see some of this, like here, is remasked because I just want to do some touch-ups there. So I'll be spraying it now again with white, and then I'll be going over with yellow, red and some light grey. But I'm not going to videotape this part. I'll come back and show you once it's all done. Be back now. Oh, how's it guys? Caught me working on some model over here. Well, it's the new year. My deck is finally finished painted. I'll show you what that looks like now. I'm just starting to assemble the bottom part of the island where the bridge and flight controls and all that is located, where they do all their move planes around and all that stuff. I've got one little piece glued into place already. With this part, what I want to do is inside here I'm going to have to build a floor around here, put that in place, then glue my little characters once it's painted into place. Once that's done, glue the roof on like that. Then on top of that comes this part here, something like that. Glue my little men into place on this, and then put that roof in. Once all that's painted and done, I want LEDs inside here, so you can, when it's lit up, you can see nicely what's going on the inside. But first I have to figure that out, how I'm going to do it. So at the moment I'm just building the base, which has got the hole for a power cable. But once I figure it out, I'll show you exactly what I did and how I did it and what I used to do it. So be back now, then I'll show you the progress on the flight deck. And I've got my base, which I still have to put on. So there's my base, which I'm going to use for the ship. As you can see, it is huge. It is 1.1 meters long and 400 millimeters wide, or 0.4 millimeters, 4.4 meters wide. So that's what I'm going to mount the whole ship on. I haven't done any of the little lifeboats and stuff which go on the side of the ship or any of that stuff, because the base has to be mounted to that first, then that has to be mounted to the ship, and then the wires have to be soldered into place. So I'll show you that when I do that too, but over to the ship and the progress which I've made so far. Be back now. Okay guys, I've still got a lot of touch-ups to do, but here's the flight deck so far. There's that little mess up there I've still got to fix, and a little bit of red touch up over there to do, a couple of little places like there and there, a little mark there, a little bit over there, and this one over here I've just got to take a little piece off there, but otherwise came out pretty good. So that's how the flight deck looks so far. When I come back, I'll be either showing you the progress on that little piece, or I'll be showing you what I'm doing with that. Be back now. And my battery's going flat, so not sure how long it will take before I get back to videoing, but I'll be back now. Okay guys, I've got the bases for panels glued in place and this top piece, so I'll just put it there so you can see where the island goes. And next I've got to start figuring out how I'm going to do the lighting. The hole over there is where the power wire's got to go through. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to put my lighting and where all the windows are going to be, so I can figure out where the LEDs must go to light up the inside of the two bridge decks, this one and the one above it. I'm not sure exactly what goes where, but I've got to put some characters in there and light it up and make it look like it's people in there actually sailing the ship. So once I figured that out, I'll show you what I'm doing it. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, next I've got to paint some characters to go onto my bridge and the area above the bridge and all that. But before I start that, I just want to show you what I've done here so far. I've glued the island together and painted it the primer first and then the whole color. Then on this piece, before I did that, there's no floor, so I went and I cut out a piece that goes over here and I put it in place and fitted it, glued it in place. Then I went with little pieces of styrene and I made little control panels and stuff so it looks like stuff that's supposed to be in the ship. Painted them some colors and just to try and make it look, because you don't get, so far I haven't been able to find very nice pictures of inside the bridge area and all that. So that's what I've done there. Then the first piece is this one here. This goes down in place like that. That will go in place first once I've stuck my little men in place, and then this will go over it. Then finally this one goes right on top like that, and this one goes on top of that one like that. Sorry, it's out of shot. Okay, once again this one goes on top over there, this one goes on top over there. Now I'm not sure if the bridge is supposed to have lights in it or just lights during the evening, but I've taken some SMDs. These are recycled SMDs from a laptop screen. I stripped them out inch long strips and I cut them and use them as I need them. If you can get your hands on old laptop screens, this is what you strip out of it. As you can see, there's a lot of SMDs. Then I take my cutters, put it halfway in between, cut it off, trim it down on that side. Then I take a knife and let me just get into shot again, and on each side there I just scrape the copper clean, and that's where I use for my solder joints. So that's what I use for this type of stuff, recycled. Now this goes into place like that. Once the characters are in place, I'm going to glue that in place. Then this wire will solder here with wires going through. Glue my characters in there. That one goes on top, glue is in place there. But before I do that, I'll glue this one in place with its characters. Wires will come through here, solder onto there, and then solder there with those wires soldering it all, and then put everything together. But that is for now. Right now I'm getting my paint, this lightish greyish color I'm going to use for my... Okay guys, sorry about that. My battery ran flat and I had to let it charge. I'll show you the dots I've painted on the aircraft carrier now. That's all done, and then we'll be doing some decals there. I've painted one little guy already and stuck him in place. I'm just using this Field Blue FX50 TAMIYA paint for my cruise uniforms. This is quite small little job, so I have to use a magnifying glass to see what I'm doing, so hopefully I don't get in your way. But in these one's cases, the whole body is painted the same color, the uniform, and in the hat I'm not too bothered about the hands because they're so small you won't really see them. Okay. Here we go. What you must do is paint all your characters that you want to put in all at the same time. All the backs and then all the fronts. I just did one because I didn't want the video to take too long. So you paint all your guys at the back at the same time and then all the front at the same time, and that way you get both sides done quickly. Be back now with the aircraft carrier. Okay guys, I said I'd be back with the aircraft carrier, but my primer which I put on some of the parts is still drying, so I decided to quickly come back with the characters clothes dried quicker than I expected. So I'm coming back just to glue one or two guards in place and show you how that's done and what it's looking like. Gluing these little guys down is a bit of a pain. Okay, that's one guy. Trying to videotape this and hold everything still at the same time is a bit of a pain. I'm gonna put one more guy on there because I don't want to fill this up too much. There goes my knife. Get a nice grip on him. Some glue. Okay, I haven't painted the guys' heads yet. Let's see if I can get this in focus. Come on, camera, focus. Let's zoom it out a bit. don't know how well you guys can see. Cameras, trying to figure them out. And there we go. And you can see some of the guys' heads are still skin color. I'm going to paint them now that this in the ship. Thought I might as well try that and see if it works out easier, because I've got to cut it and then I've got to touch up where the cut mark is. So I thought, oh well, let me see what happens if I cut it off and then paint it, and I think that'll actually work out easier. So that's that so far. I'll be back now. Okay guys, I've now painted the glass little heads done. Now this little piece, I'm going to, as you can see there, the wires going through the side there, I've got to push that in, get it lined up there and drop it into place, basically like that. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just put a bit of glue on this side, get that glued in, and then later on I'll come around the edge here with some glue and drop that in, and then of course just do touch-ups if I need to. Okay, so before I put it in place, I just want to check and make sure it goes in properly. Yeah, that's alright, just got a little bit of fix-ups to do. Get that there. That. And put that into place. Get that nice. And there we go. Now this piece must just dry. And then I can sort out the rest of it. Then on this side I've just got to take the voltage wire, solder it to there, then this wire and this wire will go to your other circuit and complete everything so that all three lights can add up. Now the way this works is each one of these little LEDs uses 3 volts. So you put 3 of them together, it's 9 volts. If you're running your model on 9 volts, you need 3 of them, so it's 3, 6, 9. If you're running your model on 12 volts, then it's 3, 6, 9, 12, and you have to have 4 of them in a line. If you put 4 on 9 volts, it's very dim, you don't get the amount of brightness. So what you do is you put 3 of these for 9 volts, and if you want to dim it down, you just try different resistors until you get the brightness that you want, and that's the resistor you use. So this I still got to solder up, but first I want that piece over there to dry and get that done, so I can come and glue the rest of the top, and then I can come and do touch-ups and sanding and whatever I need to still do there. So next, my paint primer should be dry, so next I should be going over back to the Enterprise, the carrier itself, the island, and show you what I've done there and do 1 or 2 decals. Be back now. Okay guys, here's a bit more of the island. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys inside. Next I'm going to take this part, got to get it into there, slide it in there, drop it here, and there we go, into place. Now I must just go around with my glue, drop some glue around the edge, get that glued in place. Once that's glued, I can start putting my guys down. Sorry about my arm. Okay, now what I'm going to use is a quicker drying glue. I'm going to use this one over here for one. I like this one because There we go. As you can see, the nozzle, the little applicator, is a lot smaller. So I'm just going to go around the edge and apply some glue. Okay, there we go. Be back down now. Okay guys, I'm about to start putting on the decals. The first one goes 5 dots from that point, between 5 and 6 according to this, so that means it must go over there. That. Just want to get some toilet paper. Okay. The next one is, can you see properly? No, I forgot to position the camera, sorry about that. Let me just tilt it. Put the first one over there, sorry about that. Let's lift it up now. The second one must go in the corner over here. That. Just be careful with your toilet paper. If your thing's too wet, you might lift your decal up. I've had that happen before and I didn't even realize it. Threw the toilet paper away and threw my decal with it away. And the next one must go over there. Let's go do the other two again. I just realized there's a certain shape they've got to be in and I've got it all wrong. That blunt knife also works when they're being stubborn. Okay, that one's in position. No, I've lost my toilet paper. Oh, there it is. Okay, got too much water, so dab up all the water. I need to apply water on this one. got the same to do with this one over here, which is out of shot. Just got to get it the right angle. And there we go, that's 3 done. Only, what, 3 out of 17, only 14 to go. A lot. Okay, so that front piece is done. Let's see, are you still in shot? It would be 1, 2 away from this, in line with that. 1, 2 across, 1, 2 up, which is over there. Get some water on the subject. Like that. And the next one is 1, 2. If your decal does tear, just be very, very gentle with it and get it back into position, back into one piece. It has happened to me before, and I've managed to rescue them by being very, very gentle with it. It's a fact of life that decals sometimes do break on you, not because they're crap, but maybe they're just a little bit weak. Okay, that's those 3 in position. Now I've got to figure out, okay, that must go there, so let's get the next one. Yeah. Next one must go there, and then the next one. Let me just get some water onto my decals to make it move easier. Go. It's those 2. The next one is not there, but there. Next one must go over there. There, that's 1, 2. see if you can still see where I am. Okay, let me tilt the camera up a bit and zoom in a bit. Long zoom. Okay, after this one I'm going to stop recording because it's already reaching 10 minutes just on this part. Come back once the rest of the decals are done. Okay, I'll be back now once I've done the rest of the decals. Be back now. Well, okay guys, I'm busy putting these little gadgets on. Come on, focus, focus. Well, you can't see it nicely. Yeah, these gadgets, which are those things over there, I think these are lifeboats. When something happens, they release these and they deploy into your lifeboats. So I'm busy gluing them on. I'm going to show you two of them. Just basically take that. Got two small little knobs. Apply glue to them. Take that, and then there's two grooves in the plastic here. Put it in there. Put it in place. And that's it, done. Now there's 5 different types. There's one that's long, that's got, I think it's 5. Then you got 4, then you got 3, then you got 2, and then you got 1. And all these little gadgets have to go around the ship. So I'm not going to show you all of them. I'm going to show you one more, which is a little bit out of the shot. Oops, too much. Which goes here, this one over here. So once again, there's 2 little knobs that stick out. There you can see them. I've got to take my glue and apply it to those 2 little knobs. Then very carefully line it up. Put it in place, push it, and let go. Make sure they're hanging more or less straight, and that's it. I'm quickly going to take the camera off the tripod and show you what's going on. So sorry for all the camera movement. There you can see the gadgets I just put on. There's the decals which I put on, which I showed you putting on. Then I also put this one and that one and those 2 over there. So here's a shot from the top. You can see all the little white dots. I'm not sure how many white dots there are. There could be 200, there could be 300. I have no idea, and I'm not in the mood to count to see how many dots I actually put on. So that will be everything for this video. I'll be back now. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you're enjoying the build. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be. I imagine it's most probably going to be quite long. So far the model's coming on pretty nice. The deck is basically done. I've just got some details and stuff which I still got to put on the deck. I island is almost done. Just got to finish putting that together. Some guys to glue together, some guys to paint for the bridge areas and stuff, which I still got to finish putting on. Then I'll finish that off. Decals there. So I'm going to finish putting on the lifeboat parts. When I come back, I'll show you something else, 1 or 2 things of that. And hopefully the model will be finished within the next 1 to 2 videos. Hopefully it won't be too much longer. Then I will be starting most probably on the Valkyrie. I think that's how it's pronounced. Pretty beautiful looking NASA Concorde-like aeroplane. Apparently it's twice the size of a Concorde. So we'll see what happens next. Maybe I'll do something else, but that's everything for now. As I say, I'll show you now before I end it off quickly. I'll show you what I've still got to glue on, just of the lifeboat parts, not even the actual lifeboat, just these little, I don't know what you actually call them. I know they are lifeboat, but I don't know if they've got a specific name. But anyway, I'll come back in the next issue, show you all of them glued on, and I'll show you some of the other little things which I'm going to do. But for now, that's it. In a few minutes I'll be starting on the next video, because, well, I would continue with this video if it wasn't so long. But enough rambling, and let me quickly take this off the tripod and show you what I've still got to glue on. Sorry about the shaking. That's the singles, that's the doubles, that's the triples. Those over there I believe are the last of the 4s, and those I believe are all 5s. So that's what I still got to put on. Thanks guys for watching. Be back in the next episode. I forgot to do my live long and prosperous, and happy modeling. Cheers guys. Subscribe, comment, it will be appreciated. Cheers.